Alright, so we're ready to put the gasket on. Got the surface all cleaned up. The push rods are in, rockers are tightened up. I went ahead and put the end gaskets here, the rubber pieces that came with it, and I did put a little dab of the RTV silicone gasket maker there at the end, like recommended. And it did come with this little tiny tube of this RTV silicone, but I do have the ultra black myself. I got a couple of these, so I'm going to go ahead and use this one too if I do run out of the little one. But what we're going to do is I'm going to do the water ports here. I'm going to do a thicker line there, and then on the gasket on the underside I'm going to do about 1/8 of an inch thickness just around every port with the RTV, and we'll install the gasket. We'll let it sit, fit it right into these little holes that are there that will guide us into where it's supposed to be. And after that we are going to put another 1/8 of an inch on every porthole, and we'll see if we can just put the manifold on this thing after a few minutes. Alright, so we went ahead and put on the underside, we put the RTV black on the underside. We put these in right where it goes, the little tabs there, those little holes have a little tab that goes right on there, so it places right on there firmly. You just have to adjust these little parts a little bit. Other than that, next thing we're going to do another round of RTV on every porthole, and we're going to put the intake manifold on there. Alright, so I went ahead and put on every port, I put some more RTV silicone, and I did a little thicker around the water ports because they're a little worn out. I mean, you could tell just eating away with all these years. So now I guess it's time to put the intake manifold in, and we're going to do it very carefully so that it lines up with the holes. Shake to kind of make it sit in place. Just want to check the holes if they're lined up a little bit. There. Now, everybody said that 99% of the times these things will not line up, so you're going to have to play around with it a little bit, move it around. One thing someone suggested that you take a screwdriver and kind of go into the holes and line them up until you get just enough room for those bolts to kind of go in. Now we're going to get the bolts, and good idea is to have all the bolts wherever you got it from. Line them up, passenger side, all the 6 bolts from there, driver side's here, rear front. We're gonna put the bolts back where we got them from, and on every one of these bolts we are going to put some Loctite. So what I always do, I go in this front corner and the rear opposite corner, and some Loctite on there. Go ahead and tighten these up, and then I'll show you guys the sequence they go in. Alright, so now we are going to torque these to 15 foot-pound. Now, very important, the sequence. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So while you're going crisscross, you're coming in towards the middle. 15 foot-pound, and then we will change it to 40, and then we can torque those to 40 foot-pounds, and that will be it. Same sequence, 40. But this is at 15 now, so we're going to that's that. Alright, that's the last of that, and that was at 40 foot-pound. So we did it with 15, and then again the same sequence, 40 foot-pound. I think it worked out pretty good. As you can see, the RTV is coming out of the sides a little bit, which is fine, not a problem. And I guess next step will be to put the valve covers in, and I'll probably go ahead and grab a new one of the distributor caps and point for them, since I'm this far, so why not? So yeah, looks good. Get those covers on, and then we're gonna do some work on the carb, get that carb on there. See if we can fire this up in a day or so.